Hello, today we are going to review some volume and learn some new volume formulas for some new figures. All right, you should be familiar with volume of prisms. We have cubes or rectangular prisms, and then we also have triangular prisms. So here are some formulas, and you might want to keep these notes handy as you're working on your IXL assignment today too. You also want to have a calculator handy, whether it's your own calculator or your Desmos Scientific Calculator, which is at the top of your Schoology page. All right, so for all of the volume formulas, we're going to find the area of the base, which is noted by the capital B, and then we're going to multiply it times the height, and that will tell us the volume, which is the amount inside the object. Okay, so for a rectangular prism, this is our formula, and this is example 1, finding the volume of this rectangular prism. Rectangular prism is what you guys might call like a box or a cube, and that's what you're going to use in this scenario. So you're always going to want to write out the formula, and so volume is equal to the big B area of the base times the height. Okay, the area of this base is just the length times the width, okay, or we call it the base times the height. So that's that little b, base times height, and then times the height of the entire thing. So this would be the base of the bottom, this would be the height of the bottom, and then this would be the height of the entire object. Now, in theory, it doesn't really matter which one you call the base and the height and the second height, because if you rotate or flip the object, then those would all change. So as long as you get all three of these values multiplied, you will be fine. So we're going to take 5 times 8 times 3, and then you need to complete that math calculation. If you need to check in your calculator, you can, but 5 times 8 is 40 times 3, and then 40 times 3 is 120. Okay, you'll need to put units on here, and so check your units. On this figure, it is inches, and because it's volume, it's cubed, so the volume of this rectangular prism is 120 inches cubed, and I got that by multiplying the base times the height times the second height. Okay, the next one that we're going to do is we're going to do the triangular prism. And so a triangular prism looks like this here. Again, it's three-dimensional, but the base is a triangle. So up here, your base was a rectangle, or it could be a square. Here, the triangular prism has a base of a triangle. And so for this formula, again, you're going to find the area of the base, which is the big B, and multiply it times the height. But since the area of the base is the area of a triangle, you should remember that that is 1/2 base times height. So coming down here into this triangular prism. Let me clear all that out of there for you. Whoops, it's going away. There we go. So we're going to say that the volume, again, is the area of the base, big B, times the height. But since the base is a triangle, the area of a triangle is 1/2 base height, and then that is times the height of the entire object. So looking down here, we see that 4 is the base. We see that 3 is the height of this bottom triangle here, and then 9 is the height of the entire object. So we're going to take 1/2 times 4 times 3 times 3. Okay, and then you can just do order of operations here. 1/2 times 4 is 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. I used the wrong number here. Sorry. I don't know why I put the 3 there. Let me go back and fix that. You're probably already wondering what I'm doing. There's the 9. Sorry, I wrote the wrong number. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 9 then is equal to 54. And so the volume here is going to be 54, and it's meters cubed. Okay, so that's your final answer there. So again, I just found the area of the base, 1/2 times the base times the height, and then I multiply it times the height. So if you notice, you're going to take 1/2 times all three numbers.
Please call or come to the front office. Tara says, please call or come to the
Over
front
on
office.
the other side, this is maybe new to you. We're going to talk about pyramids. Okay, pyramids can have be in two different forms. One is called a rectangular pyramid, and that's because its base is a rectangle, similar to the rectangular prism. And the other one is a triangular pyramid, and it's triangular because its base is a triangle, okay? The difference here is that it comes up to a point here. So there's a point here, and then there's a point up here, and so they kind of come up there and join together, which makes it different than the rectangular prism or the triangular prism. So to find the volume of a rectangular pyramid or triangular pyramid, you're going to take 1/3 times the area of the base, that's what the big B is, times the height. What's different then is that how you calculate that area of the base. So let's take a look at this first one. So it's rectangular because this is rectangular here. And so when I'm finding the area down here, one of these is going to be the base and one of these is going to be the height. And I'm referring to that first part of the formula. The 11, which is the height that goes up from the bottom to the top section there, is going to be the height of the entire pyramid. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say volume is equal to 1/3 times the base and height of the bottom times the height of the whole pyramid. So I take 1/3 times 9 times 9 times 11. Okay, and if you want to, this might be something you want to use your calculator for just because of that 1/3. And so you can use the fraction button over here. Okay, I'm going to show you this. And so you can do 1/3 here. And then you can do times 9 times 9 times 11. And then that'll tell you that it's 297. So for some of these larger calculations, it's okay to use your calculator. So then when I come over here, I say my volume is 297. And this is miles, I believe. Miles cubed, okay? All of our volume units are in cubic units because of the volume. And then for the next one is going to be our triangular pyramid, all right? And so again, we're going to do still 1/3 times the area of the base times the height of the pyramid. But because the base is a triangle, we have to do the area of a triangle formula, which is 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to come down here and I am going to write down my formula. Again, it's 1/3. And then in here, I'm putting the formula for area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height, and then times the height of the entire pyramid. All right, so again, looking here, we're going to say that 8 is the base of the bottom part, 6 is that dashed line on the base, that's the height of the bottom, and then 9 is the height of the whole pyramid. Okay, so lots of fractions here, but that's okay. So we're going to do 1/3 times 1/2, and then the base is 8, and the height is 6, and then the height of the whole pyramid is 9. Okay, this might be another one that you want to come over here and use your calculator for. All right, so I'm going to clear all that out. So we had 1/3, and then we had 1/2, and then we had, and this is why you might want your calculator just to help out, times the base 8, the height 6, and the height 9. So then you go times 8, times 6, times 9. And that gives you a total volume there of 72. So when I come back here, I can say my volume is 72, and because that is M for meters, it's 72 meters cubed. All right, so when you're doing your IXL today, I would recommend that you have a piece of paper out, or if you're using your page marker app on your screen to write, I would definitely have your notes out or have this page open if you're using the digital notebook so that you can see these different formulas and you have all your notes for the examples. If you need to go back and look at anything, please rewind the video, but make sure that all 4 examples are complete before you start your IXL.